All right, so it's day 4 now of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it's finally time to give my review. Now, before we get into the review, I do want a couple things to be kept in mind. One, this is all my personal opinion, the way I'm seeing this, my point of view from everything that I'm seeing with this game. Second of all, subject to change. There's still a lot of updates that are going to be going out with Modern Warfare. The game's going to be changing. It's going to get updates. There's going to be tuning, blah, 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 all this stuff. And lastly, nobody wants to love this game more than I do. But that's going to segue me right into the personal opinion I have of Modern Warfare right now, which is not that great. So far, my experience within the first 4 days or so of launch with Modern Warfare has been pretty brutal. And I've got to be honest about it. Like, I can't just say that it's been great and that I've been loving the game and that it's been an absolute fantastic experience from start to finish, because it hasn't. I haven't said that a lot because I don't want to say it. I don't want it to be the case. I don't want to not like Modern Warfare because it would be a lot better for me if I did. But honestly, right now, I don't think I like the game that much. And again, that's as it stands right now. And I'm talking specifically about the multiplayer portion. I played the campaign far and above the best Call of Duty campaign that there's ever been. There's no question about it. The campaign was absolutely phenomenal. I haven't really touched Spec Ops yet, although it seems like it's kind of a letdown. Maybe I'll get to it eventually, but as far as the multiplayer portion goes, it just hasn't been that fun. And it's unfortunate that that's been the case, because like I said, it would be a million times better for me if I just liked this game and everything was just great. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't even know if liking or not liking Modern Warfare, I don't know which one is the popular opinion right now. It seems like it's pretty 50-50. People either love it or they absolutely hate it. And like I said, I have to be honest, it hasn't been a lot of fun. And it's honestly really hard for me to pinpoint exactly why that is. But ultimately, I feel like it comes down to a good variety of different things. And overall, I do want to say, even though my experience with Modern Warfare thus far since launch has not been that great, I do want to say that objectively, in a lot of areas, the game is phenomenal. I mean, graphically, far and above the best Call of Duty that's ever been as far as looks go. Sound-wise, far and above the best Call of Duty that there's ever been as far as that stuff goes. Weapon customization, all the detail that goes into character models, weapons, all this stuff is not even close to the best that it's ever been in Call of Duty history. We also got quite a bit of content for the most part. I mean, there's quite a few guns. Like I said, all the guns have a ton of attachments, so there's a lot of variations and different customization that can be done. There's a lot of awesome stuff with this game. And like we've talked about before here on the channel, the business model is set to finally be phenomenal, with no supply drops, no season pass, just absolutely no BS whatever this year. So in a lot of areas, the game is objectively phenomenal. I mean, there's no argument this year on graphics, sound, weapons, just gunplay in itself. There's a lot of things that are just not an argument that they're the best they've ever been. But we get to the gameplay, and it's a huge adjustment, okay? It's a much slower paced game than what we've had in the last number of years. There's no arguing that, which makes for a large adjustment. And I'm willing to make that adjustment. I'm willing to take it a step back, slow things down, play a little bit more methodical of a style. But in my opinion, there's a lot of flawed gameplay design with making that happen. You see, with this game, Infinity Ward set out, and they said this word for word, that they're trying to accommodate to all playstyles, make them all viable. And what they were largely referring to this was the fact that the last number of years, rushing has been kind of the dominant playstyle. You know, if you're able to, run around really well, get your gun up fast, hit your shots, even jump shot around corners or whatever else, if you play really well rushing, that, you can be rewarded. And that's how it's been in the last number of games. And so they set out to make the more methodical, tactical style of play, aka camping. They wanted to accommodate to that play style as well, which, you know what? Fine. That's okay. If you want to make all play styles viable, I'm cool with that, because anybody that plays any type of style in Call of Duty, if they do it well, should in some point be rewarded. But here's my thing. As a game designer, and as somebody who's made Call of Duty for the last number of years, shouldn't they know that you don't have to do anything to accommodate to camping? I mean, seriously, name one Call of Duty that you can't camp in. Any COD? No? I didn't think so. I mean, some of the most rush-heavy games, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 4, Black Ops 2 is pretty rush-heavy, I guess, at least for the time an era was in, but you guys see the point. All those games, you can think back and think of the amount of times that either you've camped or been killed by campers. They're in every single Call of Duty. There is no accommodation that needs to be done to make them better. They have a viable playstyle in each and every COD, and there's nothing that needs to be changed to make that happen. But in this game, there's such an emphasis toward making that playstyle the viable one. And not even just the viable one, in a lot of cases, the dominant one. Moving in this game is heavily punished for a variety of different reasons. The movement speed and all that stuff is a little bit slower, which again, is not an issue. If that's the style of gameplay they want to go, make things a little slower, not as Black Ops 4 rush heavy, that's fine. But we have things like the minimap being changed up. We've got a fast time to kill. The footstep sound is equal to the fucking running of the bulls. It's just, there's so many things that reward not moving that it's way over the top. And on top of that, the maps accommodate to that as well. This year with maps, we've decided to kind of stray away a little bit from that three-way design, kind of go back to the old school design, COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, where there's a little bit of power positions, a little bit of map knowledge involved, which, again, on paper sounds okay, but mixed with all these things, again, helps accommodate to the people who don't want to move. And it makes it frustrating, and honestly, a lot of these things just don't tailor toward what I like in Call of Duty. I don't mind people camping. It's frustrating, but it's going to happen. But I also don't think they have to accommodate to that playstyle, seeing as it's been viable in every single Call of Duty, and nobody can argue that. If somebody can name me a Call of Duty where camping was not viable, you're lying. But on top of that, I like a much more flowy map design and gameplay style. I don't like super fast time to kills, which is what this one is. While there's a lot of things that are objectively the best they've ever been in COD, there's a lot of just flawed gameplay design, just flat out. And they're things that seem so obvious, and they're things that were changed a number of years ago in Call of Duty for a reason. Let me give you an example. Ghost. Ghost in this game is back to where you don't have to move for it to work. This was changed back in Black Ops 2 for the exact reason that people could just sit and not be punished. Now here we are in Modern Warfare, and we're going back to the old style. Why? Score streaks were implemented back in Black Ops 2 to make people want to play the objective, to do a variety of all different things in gameplay to up their score toward their streaks, rather than just sitting, waiting for kills, and only going for that and not worrying about anything else in the game. Here we are back in Modern Warfare, back to kill streaks, avoiding score streaks. They're in the game, but you need a perk to do it, which nobody's going to do, largely because of Ghost, and I don't understand why. The minimap back in the day was changed to... Oh, wait, the minimap has never been changed. Until this year. Why? I get that they want to try certain things and they want to kind of change up the normal flow of Call of Duty each and every year so that it doesn't stick. But if something doesn't work, it doesn't work. And when it doesn't work, change needs to be made and have it brought back. I have no problem with them wanting to change stuff and seeing how things go about, and they have this kind of design vision in their minds when they make a game. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If 90+% of your community doesn't like it, you might need to change it. And look, I know I sound like I'm going overboard in a lot of these things. And like I said, it's the first few days of the game. I'm expecting change to come in a variety of different areas. I'm expecting them to kind of work more toward accommodating the people that do want to rush around and play Call of Duty with their left stick at some point sometime this year. And I'm hoping those changes come soon. It sounds like they're listening and they're working on making those changes. But what I'm really afraid of is that we have a repeat of World War II. World War II kind of started out this exact same way. It was slow, more methodical, rewarded a little bit more of a camping play style. People didn't really move that much, in some ways due to the map design and some of the decisions they made and blah, blah, blah. 6 months later, we finally got some changes to more accommodate to that playstyle. World War II, I still don't think became a great game, but it became a lot better as compared to what it was. What I don't want to see is 6 months of waiting for this shit to happen again. A lot more changes should have been made from the beta when people said the exact same shit they're saying right now into the full game, and nothing was changed from the beta hardly at all. I guess there was some bug fixes and things like that, but there's still bugs that I had in the beta that I'm still having in full launch, so I don't know what the hell they did between the time of the beta and the time of launch. But Infinity Ward, you need to listen to this. Do not wait long to make these changes. You're getting a lot of loud voices in the community right now, and a lot of them are a large majority of the player base. You're even having pros and large content creators and all these people voicing their opinions about this as well. I truly feel that at the point the game is at right now, that it needs some sort of overhaul, similar to the one that we saw in World War II. Not that the game is that bad, I'm just saying that there are, honestly, in my opinion, a lot of changes that need to be made to make this game a lot better. I don't mind adapting. I don't mind a different style of game. That's totally fine. I don't want the same COD experience year after year. We had this with the Advanced Movement cycle back from Advanced Warfare through Infinite Warfare, and it got boring. I don't mind switching it up, but there's just a lot of flawed gameplay design with this game. And look, I'm going to try my best to keep playing the game and trying to get better at it and trying to adapt and just seeing what works and just keep giving this game chances, because honestly, I have to. I don't really have a choice with this one, honestly. As sad as it is with content creation, that's just how it goes. And with being a almost, I'm not even going to say primarily, pretty much exclusively Call of Duty channel, I kind of need to play and make content on the new game. It's weird because with Modern Warfare, like, I don't even feel a drive to get on it, and it's weird. Black Ops 4, I hopped on without even thinking about it for the first month of the game, every single day. Had a lot of fun. My friends and I had a lot of fun, and I loved every single moment of it. And it's all I wanted to do was play the game. And with Modern Warfare, we're 3-4 days in now, and I'm just like, okay, what else? Like, I waited and was hyped up for months for this game, and right now I don't feel any encouragement, excitement to play this game. But at the end of the day, kind of have to. I have to because of my channel, I'm kind of obligated to do so. If you just play games, you don't make content or anything, that's all you do, you could just kind of play whatever you want. But when you have a channel, you make content on it, especially like with stuff like Call of Duty, you kind of have to do the new game. And it sucks that I don't enjoy the game right now because I need to make content on it for the betterment of the channel. The game, as far as viewership wise and all those things, is doing really well right now. Don't know how long it'll last, but we'll see. And like I said, I'm upset and I'm mad that I don't enjoy this game. This isn't something where I can just say I don't like this game, move on, maybe come back to it later after some updates, and that's that. I'm pissed off I don't enjoy this game. Because if I don't end up liking this game at all, no matter what happens in the future, then I don't know what I'm going to do as far as playing and making content. And I feel like we're getting to a point with Call of Duty to where I don't know how many times we can just say, well, next year, because I don't know how many years Call of Duty has left. Call of Duty's been around for so long, like, I don't know how much longer it's going to stay around. I don't know how much longer the hype is going to be there. And with the rumored troubling of what's going on with Treyarch, with the new development of their new Black Ops game, that's not really encouraging for next year either. And I don't even want to have to wait till next year. I feel like every year I'm kind of waiting for the new one to be the one that I enjoy the most and the one I can make content on, but it's either the game is liked and it does well for content, but I don't like the game, or vice versa. I like the game and it doesn't do well for content, like Black Ops 4 this last year. Loved playing Blackout. Multiplayer was, hit or miss sometimes, but it wasn't enjoyed from a content standpoint. Modern Warfare, at least right now, seems to be different. We'll see, but it's just kind of frustrating. It seems like the game's doing really well, but I don't enjoy it. None of my friends enjoy it, which not only is kind of a bummer for, me wanting to play the new Call of Duty and enjoy it, but it's also a bummer on the content side as well. And I know there's people out there that are going to say, play what you want, upload what you want, and no offense, but it doesn't fucking work like that. Unfortunately, I wish it did, but it flat out doesn't work like that, and that's why I'm upset that I don't like this game, because it would be so much easier for me to like this game. It would make my life a whole hell of a lot easier. But we'll see as things go forward. Right now, these are just kind of my first impressions of multiplayer. I know this isn't a flat out, review, but I just kind of honestly wanted to say what I think of Modern Warfare thus far, and right now it's not overly positive. I think there's a lot of great things about the game, but there's a lot of changes that need to be made to make it a lot better. And overall, right now, I'm a little disappointed. I don't know what the popular opinion is for Modern Warfare right now. Maybe I'm in the minority, maybe I'm in the majority, I don't know. Right now, I'm not having a lot of fun in the game, so hopefully this changes. Hopefully I make another video in the next week or so saying that, things have changed. I like the game. It's a lot of fun, and, start rolling out making content on it, but we'll see. But anyway, down below in the comments, let me know your guys' thoughts on Modern Warfare thus far through the first few days. Are you liking it? Are you not liking it? What are your kind of critiques of the game, things you'd want to see changed? Anyway, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to smack the Schmidt and the like button down below. And if you guys are new and looking forward to more video game content, you guys are the right place. Hit the subscribe button down below as well. Here's the video sounds you guys know when those videos go live. Well, thank you guys all have a good one. I will see you guys on another video. So long, everybody.